Okay, so let's solve. Saying solve x squared minus 2x is equal to 0. So this question is a quadratic equation. Okay, it's a quadratic equation. Only that because our standard quadratic equation is a x squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So you look at this question. It's like we have now we've got because our a here is 1, then our b here is -2, then our c is 0. So it's like we have got x squared plus oh sorry, minus 2x. This is uh, minus 2x, then plus 0x is equal to 0. That's why this is not appearing here, because it's 0. So this is just, we have x squared minus 2x plus 0x. But since we don't have this is 0x, 0 times x is just 0. That's why we are saying this is x squared minus 2x is equal to 0. So when you see this question, this is the quadratic equation. It's a quadratic equation. So now how are we going to solve it? Because quadratic equation, normally you are coming up with two answers. So how are we going to solve it now? So since we know that x is common here, we can factor x out because it's a common. So a factor is anything that can go into a number that without giving us an element. So x, if you factor out x, you are remaining with what? X, because x times x to give you x squared minus, if you factor 2 here, because you are remaining with what? 2. Then this is equal to 0. So what we have done here, we have just factored out the what? X, or we have taken the x out because the x is common here. That's what we have done. And then so we equate them to 0. So here this is x is equal to 0, this x is equal to 0, and then we have got also x minus 2 is equal to what? 0. So we have got now x is equal to 0 plus 2, because this 2 is going the other side. Since it's negative, when it jumps an equal sign, it will become positive. So from there now we have x is equal to 2. So the two answers that we need to have for x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 2. These are the answers that you need to have. If you want to prove this, that your answers are correct, if you want to prove, you can just say whenever there is, this is, we have got x squared minus 2x is equal to 0. If you get to 0 here after substituting these values that you have found, then your answers are correct. So just let me put 2. So I'll say 2 squared wherever there is x, then minus 2, then 2 here is equal to 0. So here is 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. 4 minus 4 is 0 is equal to 0. This is true. And then for 0, I'll just put 0 squared here minus 2 open bracket 0 is equal to 0. So I know that everything just 0 here is equal to 0. This is also true. So the answers are what? Correct. Please, you can follow us, and for more info, you can just inbox. Alright. So we offer tuitions at a very cheaper price. Online, physical, one-on-one, we also offer. Please feel free to come through our hands so that we can able to help each other.